play, you get an XP at the end of the score. So
Where's the heritage stuff?
look on your slide sheet.
Like,
Okay, I'm looking at it.
Okay, so on the slide sheet, there's a little place for heritage, and then there's the list of them underneath.
Oh, heritage. Okay, the Dagger Isles.
Yeah, so Akaros, the first one, is the place where Dustfall is. That's where the game is being played, right? So it's like being a local.
Okay.
The Dagger Isles is here.
I'll just be a local.
Okay, easy peasy. All right. Then next step is to choose your background. And again, on that character sheet, there's the, a list of things. And those are just kind of like jumping off points. So like, Hicks, what was your background? Your underworld, like, wheeler dealer?
I was a con man.
Oh, a con man, but you picked, what was it? Trade, yeah, and your comment, yeah. So like, where did your character come from?
Yeah, but is it like like do they read out the background somewhere? Like I don't see where you read about them.
Yeah.
You gotta go to the big PDF for that. Here, I'll forward it to you in Telegram.
I mean, like just for simplistic, if you want to like suggest something, I mean, I'm gonna be like a greasy local, like shady fuck. So.
Yeah, think of a job that describes that.
A job?
Yeah, like I'm a confidence man.
Yeah, and the slide you picked is like very deceptive, right? Like and influential. So like if just to give you a little.
Oh, here, I'm reading about it right now. I found it. I'm reading it.
Okay.
Oh, when you get a chance, will you push my character sheet again? Because for some reason it's not in the images.
That is true.
Your character sheet. Oh, you know what? My images have been acting real weird. I'll bet you. Yep. All the drawing on the crew sheet is busted.
Well, we had 0.
Which is, well, that's okay, because when I saw that problem, I went back to the silent Twitch video.
You're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, and I made a crew character. So one of you guys can. It's in the character selection now if you want to look at it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that's got all the stuff that we need to write. So that's actually why I noticed that you guys have the Resolve crew upgrade. I was like, oh, fuck that up.
Oh, what do we have to do with that one, with the Resolve?
We get an extra XP anytime we train Resolve.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you've trained to Resolve already, yeah, we'll get you an XP. Holly, I see you created another empty character. I assume that was...
It was by accident. I'm so sorry.
No worries. I just didn't want to delete it if you were doing something with it.
Nope, I got click happy. Yeah, sorry.
So we're still working on, oh, what's your slide's name, please?
Oh, hey, I'm talking to Ben first. Ben's going to bed. I'm talking to him for a second.
So, okay, so on my XP tracks, my Resolve, I had filled out 5 of the 6
Yep.
in the tracker.
So you get one more.
Okay, so that means I'm at 6 of 6, so that means I get a new dot.
Correct, in the Resolve tree, yeah.
Okay.
And that's also, since you don't have any, dots in resolve anyway, that's going to give you an additional 1 in your resistance roll for resolve 2.
Right. Okay. So,
So yeah, you would just clear your resolve, resetting it to 0.
okay, put this resolve here to 1, and I wanted to add the 1 dot to consort.
Pardon me.
Awesome. Yep, you got it.
Okay.
And then I think Hicks, you also had some resolve.
It's up to.
I see. You've already done.
No, are we the headfighters or headhunters?
The head fighters, man. I didn't even have to make you pick that name. It was glorious.
You know what I noticed on my character drawing?
What?
That you can't spell.
On what? The image?
Bring up Hicks.
Yeah, what about?
I've underlined it for you.
Hicks Slain? Did I spell Slain wrong?
Nah.
Are you underlining? Put an arrow on it for me. Oh, fighters. I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What
I'm not
Is
fixing
this like
that.
modern time? Like what kind of time
1920s.
frame? Like
I think industrial,
Steampunk 1920s.
London, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 1920s steampunky with ghosts. You have a name yet?
I'm still thinking. I'm
So-
thinking about.
So in the giant PDF, it has some names that you could use.
Yeah,
For
I can
example, what's
rando
up?
roll a name for you. Actually, here,
So I got Hicks.
let's see. Do I have a full name?
Can I be a blackmailer as like a job? Is that like a job or is that not a job?
Sure.
Here you go. There's a table that you can roll a full name on.
Where'd you put it? Discord?
In the Fantasy Grounds chat.
Oh, chat.
Yeah, you can just clicky roll and it should roll a random name for you.
Nope.
What? Why didn't that work? Does it work for me? Yeah, it works for me.
Because we don't have
Maybe
the
I have to
table.
share all the tables with you. 1 minute.
Yeah, because it looks like it failed on name Alice.
Okay, try rolling on that again. Yay. Talker 2 times, giant.
Well, let me roll now.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, there it goes. Do you want to be Brant's?
Sure,
Vixen? Your alias is Vixen.
sure.
You're
I look.
going
I'm
with it?
really sexy.
Okay.
Hey, 1 second. I'll be right back. I have a phone call. Sorry.
So, what did he want to be? He wanted to be a
Slide.
no. He said
Blackmail.
blackmailer.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of background do you think that would be?
Underworld.
Okay. make that happen.
A street urchin, a gang member, a young thug, or another outcast who grew up on the streets.
Yeah, but I guess a blackmailer could also be like a noble or
Yeah, the scion of
or a
farmhouse.
law.
An advocate or barrister.
So Holly, you're immune to coronavirus?
Yeah,
Apparently.
she has it.
No, I got tested positive also. I've been sick all week. So, but luckily I have not, I'm not as bad off as Jonathan here. So,
Yeah.
sucks for him, but
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, Jonathan, if you have any shortness of breath or trouble breathing, go like call somebody quick because it can escalate quite quickly.
yeah, listen to your friend. We both just had a really bad cough all week too, so
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do to you. It's weird how some people like they just don't feel it at all.
right. So, real quick question. So, my harm, my scratch on ribs, what negative effect does that have on me when I'm doing stuff?
So since it's level 1 harm,
Yeah.
it's not terrible. It gives you less effect.
Okay.
Yeah. Harm doesn't really get scary until you up into the level 2 harms. Because that's when it starts taking dice away from you. And then if you're at level 3 harm, like somebody's got to assist you for you to do anything.
Right.
You didn't do any healing, did you?
I was trying to reduce my stress some, but
Okay, yeah.
I'm still at 5 of 9. That's what's making me nervous. Because my stress is already.
Yeah, getting stressed out.
Yeah. Freaking out.
Yeah, but hey, you got 4 traumas before you're dead, so. And also having a trauma gives you gives you another kind of avenue to get XP. So it's not all bad to have a little trauma. I mean, it's mostly bad, but it's not all bad.
Wait, how does having one trauma help you get XP?
You struggled with issues with your voice or traumas during the session.
Yeah. So if you express that trauma when you're playing, you can take an XP for it.
Gotcha.
And the traumas, they're just like a permanent character quirk. They have some suggestions somewhere in here.
I mean, some of the traumas are you're cold, you're haunted, you're obsessed, you're paranoid, you become reckless.
I saw what you posted about seeing the ghosts and stuff, but I have a spirit being charm, so that shouldn't affect me, right? As long as I pull that out each time I see a ghost.
Well,
See, I have Iron Will.
yeah, so the Spirit Bane Charm doesn't protect you from the effects of the ghost, like the terrifying effect of the ghost. But it does kind of make it so ghosts don't want to get close to you. So it kind of keeps them away from you. Unless they're powerful and, they can overpower your charm.
Okay.
But yeah, like Hicks whisper skills make him actually I think he's immune to just like normal ghosts.
Yep.
So
I feel like
but
we've built up a, I mean, we work with ghosts so much because we sell to them. So,
yeah,
I mean, it makes sense that we're not scared of them. Just saying.
it's true. It's true. However,
Just trying to make a case here.
yeah, but if ghosts don't have it, like, then they're just, I don't know. I think they need to have some kind of something in their arsenal, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, then they're not really a challenge at all. Plus, it would invalidate, Hicks's carefully chosen skills. So. Oh, and Iron Will doesn't make you immune. It just makes you extremely likely to resist.
I mean, it literally just says you're immune to the terror. I didn't say I'm immune to all of it.
Well, it says that some supernatural entities inflict on sight. You get +1d to a resistance roll, right?
Yeah, but basic bit ghost,
Yeah. You're kind of I get the feeling you're the ghost handler.
I mean,
of the group. You do have what's it? Sonny's brother
in a bottle.
In a bottle, yeah. Which I'm kind of sad about because I kind of know that just means he's going to be in a bottle forever and we'll forget about him. But it would be interesting to see if we could develop that storyline anymore.
Quick
Also,
question. Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say the arcane implements. It says it's a vial of quicksilver, pouch of black salt, a spirit anchor in the form of a small stone, a spirit bottle, a vial of ectoplasm designed to break and splatter on impact. So I don't know if that helps us also with ghosts, or is that against other people?
So they're in the big PDF. They do give like a list of all the items. So if you search for one of those things that you're curious about, like what was the spirit thing? Spirit anchor.
Yeah, it just said arcane implements, but then it like listed a bunch of them.
What is it?
Now I understand. So an arcane implement could have been any one of those, is what you're saying, and I have to look up to see which each one kind of does. Okay.
Yeah, but I just tried looking up Spirit Anchor because I don't know what that does, and it isn't mentioned exactly once in the PDF where it tells you it's in your arcane implements. So I think we get to decide what a Spirit Anchor does.
Okay.
Anchors a spirit.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, in the form of a small stone. I like that.
Wonder where Josh and Nick are.
Josh said he was playing his Fallout game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It shouldn't be a problem if they don't make it. It's not like the number of enemies makes a huge difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it kind of does, but it's not like D&D where, we're in the middle of a fight and we're going to get raped because somebody's not here, right?
Nick left a voice message.
Okay, well, that means we got 10 minutes to get Ryan set up. And then we can just jump right into his score.
Yeah, let's go rob some motherfuckers.
All right. So, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Or should I say, Brance?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next one is we've got your heritage, the background. You said you wanted to be a blackmailer, so I gave you the underworld background because I think that fits. But if you want to change it, we can.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I thought you had to be more specific.
So the way this matters is when we go into downtime, right? Because the game kind of has two different phases. There's a score and then there's downtime. When we go into downtime, your background, showing your background in play is an XP trigger. So that's why background matters. Okay, so now we're to the action dots. So, you get 4 action dots to assign.
Okay.
So hold on.
I'm looking. So what are action dice thing?
So insight, resolve, prowess.
Okay, so what is it? You put 1 dot in any action you feel reflects your character's heritage of being a dirty local.
Yeah, but I don't see where do you put that in?
So if you're looking at the character sheet in that PDF,
yeah,
there's on the right hand side, there's the headings: insight, prowess, resolve, with all those little flags next to them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So those little flags are that's your XP track. When you fill up each one of those flags with 1 XP each, right? Then you can choose a new action dot, right, to fill in. But we're starting out. So first one is any action dot that you feel reflects your heritage. Heritage. So you're a local, right?
Yep.
So give me like a very 1 sentence detail about your, family life.
What family? I lived on the streets. My street is the family.
Okay. All right.
I guess I'd like, what are good like things to have, like use? Like, what have you guys been using when you play, like more often than not?
So the way it works is it's kind of up to you what action you use when you want to do something, but it does need to fit thematically with that action, right? So like if you say I punch him in the face and I would like to use command, that's like probably not gonna work very well, right? But if you say I punch him in the face and I want to use wreck, then yes, or skirmish, yes, right? Then it'll work great because it fits thematically with what you're trying to do.
So Ryan,
Yeah.
you have the PDF open.
I'm looking at it.
So page.
Which PDF? The big one or the
big
little one?
The
Yeah.
big one contains like the massive list. Under starting at page 170 is where all these are laid out with examples.
Okay, I'm reading it right now. Thank you.
Nick uses a lot of rec. You should look at some of your XP things though.
Yeah, so for your slide, you get XP when you address a challenge with deception or influence. So actions that increase your ability to be deceptive or influential with people would probably be good. You already have 2 in sway, so you can't put any more in that. Consort, that might be good for, using your influence. Something
Actually, yeah, I was just reading Consort. That does seem pretty good so far.
So anyway, we got 4 of these to go through.
There
I
are
have to
some.
pick 4.
So,
Yep. The first one
Ryan,
is for your heritage. Second one is for your background, and then 2 wherever you want.
if you want an easier time, Ryan, there are pre-generated, like, suggested builds, as it were. You go to page 77, which is slide. It has some starting builds on the bottom left-hand of that page. I'm not trying to, take away from your
No,
creative
dude,
character.
to be honest with you, like at this point, I'd rather just like I just want to get in there and do it, you know what I mean?
Right.
How about this, Ryan? Why don't we just quickly pick the stuff, and then if you want to change it later, like, that's fucking cool.
Okay.
My suggestion would be try to spread it out across insight, prowess, and resolve so that you get higher resistance rolls. Right.
Okay.
So,
Well, I probably would put 1 point into study. I'd probably put 1 point into prawl, because like living on the streets, I'd learn how to like kind of sneak around. And then I was thinking attune, and I guess probably command, because I feel like I would yell at people, get them to do what I want.
okay, so you want insight, prowl, attune, and command. Is that good for you?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Awesome. Okay, next step.
People do belong to each other, because that's the only chance anybody's got for real happiness.
Your special ability. So you get to pick one.
Because that's the only chance anybody's
And it says if you can't decide, take the first one because it's good.
All right, just do that. Oh yeah, I was gonna take Rook's Gambit.
Okay. Next step. Choose a close friend and a rival. So on that character sheet down below, there's a list of people, your sly friends. We need to choose one that is your close friend and one that is your rival.
Where do I see that?
On the slide sheet below the special abilities, there's a little bit of sly friends. with a
Oh,
little-
Sly. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
and just to let you know, Bazo Baz as a close friend would be quite interesting. What, Holly, Jonathan, what do you guys think of that?
I mean, we have done work for Bazo.
We have.
Or if you made him an enemy, that would also be interesting.
I was thinking Bry, the drug dealer, would kind of be.
For your friend. Okay.
Yeah, because he like kind of like I would know, like maybe get information on people.
Okay, and then the enemy.
Probably the Harker, the jailbird. Maybe I put him in there or something.
It'll be interesting if you ever get arrested. Or if he gets out. Okay, so next one is going to be choose your vice. So on the character sheet, that's back over on the left side. There's underneath heritage and background, there's vice purveyor. So one of these is your
gambling.
vice. Gambling, okay. And So give me a short description and the name and location of your purveyor. Right.
Who sells your goods? Or in this
Yeah.
case,
So like, what kind of gambling are you into? Is it like horse races? Like what?
Let's be like a really obscure and say dog racing.
Okie dokie.
it only hurts you more.
Okay. So dog racing is definitely kind of an underworldly thing. So I think you're what's it? I think the place where those dog races would be held is Dunslow, and Dunslow is it's like the ghetto for the destitute and poor of the city.
Okay.
It's also where the prison is. So let's see. There's some people there. They're not interesting. Here, let's just roll another random person for your dice. Or vice purveyor. You want to roll that? No, you don't. I will.
You can just roll. It's fine.
This is Cobb Kesserin.
Nice. Seems like he's a prick.
Okay. Next step. Next is going to be name, alias, and look. We've already got a name and alias. So what do you look like?
What do I look like?
Yeah.
Like a sad man, I guess.
Here, I've got a table for that too. If you want to try to roll on that. The random table says you're stooped, with glasses and a monocle, and young. That's weird. Any thoughts on the look piece, or you don't give a shit? I think Pease is distracted.
Oh, I keep forgetting my fucking mic's not on talk. It's on push to talk. Because I keep it on talk when I'm playing with Ben.
So, what were you saying about your look then?
It doesn't matter. I don't really care. The monocle thing sounds funny.
Okay. I'll throw that in there. Okay, I think, is that everything? That is everything. So here, I'll pop that character sheet in Telegram for you so you can take a peek at it, and then I'll share it in the game. Okay. Here you are, Brance. Oh, here, I also have a Fantasy Grounds character sheet for you. Let me finish doing that. You should see that in the characters, Miss Peace.
What's up? You put.
There's a Fantasy Ground like character sheet, like normal character sheet in Fantasy Grounds, as well as the image that I shared with you guys. Just give me a second to create the things.
Are we ready to start now?
Almost, but yes. Okay, yeah. Your character sheet is already in Fantasy Grounds. I see you haven't selected it yet.
I was waiting. I don't. Character thing.
I need a portrait for him.
Yes, you said he has a monocle.
That's what you said. Here, I'm just going to give you a random one until you send me something better.
I'm finding one right now. Oh, I found one.
Oops.
Okay, well, while you're getting that portrait together, let's start thinking about the score we want to do. So,
I feel like we gotta clean up some dead bodies.
yeah, I prepared some for you guys. And oh, so these are just some I thought might be interesting. Well, that's it. I think Ruthie's, noble background. I kind of find that interesting because there's that kind of, you're living that double life.
Right.
And so one of these is that your contact, Rosalind Kellis, reached out to you and let you know that the Red Sashes are meeting with Lord Strangford, he's one of the counselors, one of the most powerful men in the city. Sorry, I just saw that monocle picture. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, yes, of course.
One sec. Let me fix its proportions, and then I will get it on your character.
I don't know if Mr. P's wanted that one or not.
What?
The one I posted.
In Discord, please.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of that one's good
Oh.
too, but
Yeah.
I think the goofy one I got's better.
Oh, well, send it to me.
I put it on my character.
Oh, okay, cool, man. Sorry, whew, wasn't paying attention. Oh, and we need one for the head fighters too.
Oh, we just need Nick to join us.
Yeah, he said he'd be here soon, so maybe if you guys want to wait, we can do that.
So what is this whole score thing? You want to explain that to me?
So think of it like a movie.
Yeah.
Like Ocean's 11.
So score is like, when you go and do something as your gang, it's kind of the maybe not the entire episode of the show, but a significant happening in the show. Players are encouraged to come up with scores, and so like if you guys come up with one and want to do it, we'll fucking do it. Or I will always, of course, during but between games, I'll come up with some ideas to get the thing moving.
This couldn't happen again. This is that one.
What's happening, Nick?
Hey,
You missed all the boring stuff, which was us setting up.
no, I heard it.
Mr. Okay.
Yeah,
But-
I joined in on the phone. Yeah. So I have a question. I have a level 1 harm. So what does that mean?
Means that your actions will take a reduced effect. Ruthie had the same question.
Okay.
But at least it's not like one less dice roll or something. So it's
Well,
just-
so, you know, I'd asked for specifics, but I kind of just want to see what happens in the game. I
what
think
do
it'll
you
be a pleasant surprise.
You mean like what reduced effect does?
Yeah,
So,
I'm saying, don't tell me.
Okay, I won't.
I want to leave it to my imagination.
Sure. So we were trying to pick the score.
I mean, we have been wanting to combine the spark and the fluid for Tabibu's life essence.
Well, we did that, right? I think I completed the long-term project.
You did. You have the life essence. The score
So
is to sell it
got our-
to the ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got our shit. We need to find somebody to sell this to now. I don't know any ghosts, so they don't have money, so I don't know what we're going to do. Now, I did my part of the job.
The other ones I thought would be interesting. So we left a lot of dead bodies in the Vice Den. The spirit wardens get alerted by what do they call them? Death claw ravens. Basically, these ravens, whenever somebody dies, the ravens will come and circle over the dead bodies, and then the spirit wardens come and find them and take them to be incinerated, so that their ghost does not escape their body and start haunting the city.
So
But,
why do we need to deal with them before they find them?
You don't have to. Some spirits are intentionally removed before the wardens arrive to be sold on the black market or distilled into essence.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the idea is just what do we do with them? So what were the other jobs? I mean, I guess I could just read.
Yeah, but reading's for chumps. Let's see. The other ones, the delivering some spark, setting up a new sales territory in Dustfall Academy is still there. And then the other new one is Ruthie's contact reached out to her and let her know that the Red Sashes have set up a meeting with Lord Strangford, who is one of the city's counselors. They're going to be at a Dustfall Academy costume ball. And they will likely ask for help with their war in Crowsfoot in exchange for helping him with his troubles in the city council. And Ruthie would be able to inform you guys that Lord Strangford, he's kind of, he's very powerful. He's been there for a while, and he's being edged out by some of the newer counselors. Yeah, that's about it. So the conflict there is Strangford going to be able to hold on to his seat, or will he get pushed out by these young bloods?
So one of these, so the Red Sash influence one sounds like more kind of a social thing. Not saying that it has to all be like, social, but then the delivery one seems like more kind of stealth and avoidance. And then I guess I'm just trying to figure out what you guys want to do. What do you feel like tonight?
I'm up for whatever.
I mean, Tabibu is just going to blow some shit up, so whatever we do, that's the plan. But
Let's go to the costume ball.
Yes.
Costume
Hello, hello. So should I introduce myself, or am I just like part of the group kind of thing?
You can introduce yourself.
Gotta remember my character's name.
Yeah. So does your character just show up at our train car? So we have our hideout is in this old abandoned train bar car.
Sounds awesome, actually.
Yes, I know. That's pretty cool.
I mean, do I know like an intermediate person, Garrett? Like could I like say I was sent out to the group, or maybe could I have like, is there like some information or something I could have? Maybe something.
Maybe Burl, your drug dealer friend, introduces you, something like that.
Yeah, how about Burl comes and I'm with him, and you know, I meet you guys.
So you want to join the gang, huh?
I'm in need of some extra funds. I've heard some good stories of you guys. Seem like a tough bunch of.
I mean, what do you do? What do you bring to the table?
Information, my friend. Information of the elites of the area. Tidbits of knowledge help you get in the door. Maybe you know, get a pass or something.
You know, when there's money to be made, Hicks is around.
Oh, who doesn't love money? I love money.
Well, I guess you can fill in for that hunter we used to have around here. Where is our hunter anyway?
Oh, he said he had to do a job in a town over.
Oh, a town over in Fallout Land?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Far away place.
Far away.
I think he fell asleep on the toilet or something.
Yeah.
Well, Bar has some good drugs, you know. You never know with that shit he gives you.
Your drug dealer buys his drugs from the head fighters.
Oh, okay. Is that good?
I guess so. You're meeting the supplier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So maybe you sort of come with this, maybe you have this idea for the Duskfall Academy. So that says that's a score tier 3. So what do the score tiers mean?
The higher the
How
tier.
hard they are?
It's a way for me to like calibrate the difficulty of the things you'll encounter.
Okay. So basically it's harder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
especially because we get the -2.
I mean, it's a challenge, but I think our group needs to move up in the world. You know, we need to expand our.
Of course.
Territory.
We need to get some more money.
Yeah, expanding your territory is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
So that's why I set that one, or made that one in the place that it is.
So, yeah, I think for now we just like pile up the bodies behind the bar. So those are taken care of.
They're out of the way.
I mean,
I've actually just like shoved them in the cabinets, so they're all just like crunched up in the cabinets.
yeah. So I mean, this Viceden, you guys don't need to be like running the place all the time, but it's definitely like you have some guys that run the place for you. Also, you would know that the spirit wardens will come to get those bodies.
So
Most people, yeah,
basically,
like,
if we
avoid the spirit
we
warden.
don't do it now, then they're just gonna come get them, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they can have at them.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, a couple of bodies. I mean, they were gangbangers. Like, what are you gonna do?
Valuable ghosts for your ghost drug empire. Just gonna give them up.
We can always kill more. It'll be fine.
Ruthie is ruthless.
Somebody's gonna be in jail by the end of this.
Not me.
So
The guy in there I don't like.
do you guys want to do this delivery to Dustfall Academy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
let's. I mean, I got some connections up there, with the hoity-toity types. So
Lots of security though.
Lots of
Loopholes.
security.
So, remind me what an engagement role is, Garrett.
The engagement role is when you pick the score, we figure out like if you want to do any gather information, and then based on that we calculate the engagement roll, right?
Yeah, that's basically like how we're gonna do it. Like,
Yeah, that's
right?
the-
Are we gonna sneak in? Are we gonna
It-
shoot our
it-
way in? Or yeah.
yeah, it basically like lets us just cut straight into the action, and then yeah, so it's important, but it's not killer to have a bad engagement roll, right? Like if you have a bad engagement roll, you just start in a compromised position. So so if we're gonna do the deliver supply, then we need to choose the plan: assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, or transport. Which I don't know how transport works. That one doesn't resonate in my brain, but
We hop on the boat.
yeah,
Transport to me sounds like there's a convoy involved or something, or
yeah, maybe, yeah.
a handoff or some shit. So where are those listed at? I mean, I want to just say, can you just repeat those? But
They are on your character sheet image at the very bottom, underneath your underneath your XP triggers.
I see it. Well, Tabibu's opinion.
No, what is Bibu's opinion?
Well,
Wreck
we
it?
just
Throw some
blow a hole
dynamite?
in there.
Just straight up assault.
We just blow a hole in the gate, and then we just throw our drugs through. Boom. Now we have a way to get in.
Yes, but we kind of need to be able to go back to Bibu.
So this is basically we just need to get transport some amount of whatever quote unquote delivery to some student there. Yeah, so all we have to do is get past the security. So we blow
That
a
shouldn't
hole in
be
the
too
wall.
difficult.
But what I guess what I was thinking when I wrote this is it's like kind of setting up a new contacts, like you figure out some dude that's going to help you sell and make Dustfall Academy one of your sales territories. So it's not just like throw a bag of drugs over the fence and run.
Well, first, the first taste is free, and then then they come back for more. We just put our address on the bag.
Well, these guys, White Crown is kind of a real exclusive place. So these guys, they need you to deliver it to them because they can't really come to Crow's Foot. People would say things.
Right.
Well,
so
what if? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I could talk to them. The students, they know that place like the back of their hand. They live there, so they probably have a good idea of when people are patrolling. They want this drug just as much as we want to give it to them. So we could, I could consort with the head student that came to us and try to, maybe get a timeline of when they're patrolling, things like that, so we can try to sneak past and set up a drop point location for consistent delivery of the drugs.
Yeah, actually, before we choose the plan, maybe you guys want to do the gather information rolls.
Yes.
So how do I do that?
And this might actually be like a good transport mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Use
I
them
mean,
both.
it might
that we never
actually
use.
make sense for that. So
So what do I have to do? Do you roll transport or what do you?
Uh, no, first for gather information roll, you tell me a specific piece of information you would like to know, and then you pick the action that you will use to discover that information, and you roll. And based on your roll, I give you the info you asked for.
So I want to go ahead and consort with the head kid that came to us and try to get an understanding of the blue coats, their movements, and also how many of them, in general are patrolling at night, and try to get their schedule so we can figure out the best location to meet where we're least likely to be discovered.
Okay. Well, so the contact, his name is Caslin. Go ahead and give me that consort roll.
All right.
So, sorry, what was the specific info you wanted again?
The blue coats, where they're actually going to be and how many of them are, so that we can find a safe drop location.
Okay. So Caslin, he's wearing wearing a mask and robes, kind of hiding his clothes and his face. He approaches you and hands you a little folded piece of paper, and says, "That's the info you need," and then disappears off, into the shadows. When you unfold the paper, you can tell it's been kind of hastily scrawled, and his handwriting is not very good. From what you can make out, the Bluecoats have patrols, and there are a lot of patrols. He's got a schedule written down. They patrol between 9 in the morning until noon on the Dustfall campus.
Okay.
And then they eat lunch in the Dustfall cafeteria between noon and 1.
Okay.
And then they continue their patrols into the late night, because they often have to take care of rowdy students from the academy. So they continue those patrols from 1 until, let's just say, 3 a.m.
Great. So they're not patrolling between 3 and 9 a.m.?
Yeah,
According to the paper.
Yeah, there's just, you just got the paper, that's all.
Okay.
And I think with your 2, that's all you get.
Okay.
Do we know like any dirt on maybe I could try to find out dirt on like a commander or somebody, maybe get like a pass.
So you're looking for blackmail on a commander, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let me quickly make a commander. Alrighty. This is good. Okay. So how are you going to do that? Like, what action on your out of your action rolls? Like, how are you gonna
So
get that?
okay, so I guess I would use my consort roll. Because I guess that would be like I would like maybe walk around and try to talk to some of my local contacts and get some information about who's like working, or could maybe go to like a local bar and ask like maybe if I know find out like a hangout of where these guys are.
So,
Sure.
what's your highest
Sway.
you would want to sway?
Because I'll give you an extra dice. Oh, right?
Yeah. You can use any role you want though. But they are correct fees. The higher your ability, that each one of those dots is an additional dot you get to roll.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
So it drops the 5
No,
It
it
drops
keeps
the
or
the
drops
5.
the 1.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
So that's a partial success.
Okay, so I guess I go I would want to find out like maybe where these guys are normally hiding or something, like where they hang out.
So you already locked in what you want.
Okay, sorry,
Can't change it after the roll. Here we go.
I'm learning.
So we've got Blue Coat Commander Christoph Jayan. Your contacts, they tell you that there is some potential to blackmail this commander because the commander actually holds their position due to blackmail themselves.
Oh my god, the shadiness these fuckers are up to.
You learn from your contacts that Christoph blackmailed the headmaster of Dustfall Academy. Sorry, just taking notes. And you don't learn with the 5. You don't learn what they did to blackmail him, but you know that it happened, and
Yes.
Christoph might be vulnerable to that.
So we need to figure out where to get more dirt.
All right, I gotta. I'm sorry. Are you done with your
Yeah, I'm good.
downtime thing? Okay, I got an action I want to take. Tabibu is gonna go full 21 Jump Street on this shit and disguise himself as a student. This academy, like, is it a military academy?
Dustfall Academy is a cool place. 1 second.
Cool place. Okay.
Yeah.
21
All right.
Jump
So
Street.
I will. Yeah. I'll wear my coolest pair of jeans and.
So here's the text for Dustfall. It's principally renowned for its services to the Church of the Ecstasy of the Flesh. The Academy campus is in White Crown. Is broken into
Sounds
3
like a park.
colleges. Each pillar of understanding representing the body, mind, and soul. The first college is the College of Imperial Science, and this is a school of magistrates and political scholars. The next one is the College of Naval Command, and this is the chief training ground for officers of the Leviathan Hunters and the Imperial warships. And then the final college there is the College of Immortal Studies, which is the theology department, but has been expanded to include history, philosophy, spectrology, pre-cataclysm studies, music, and the theater.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to infiltrate those theater kids because I know they want drugs. So
Of course they do.
I wear my
Charge them extra too.
So I wear my best fishnet shirt and leather pants, and sort of like try to practice my like hip Duskballian teenager slang. And yeah, I'm gonna try to like infiltrate. And what I want to do is find a contact who wants to like actually sell, sort of like be our inside person to like, sell our shit for us. Is that enough detail for this? And I want to use I want to
the,
use
the only
um,
the only part I'm worrying about there is finding a contact is specifically called out in the rule book as a what's it acquire item downtime activity.
okay, so the point of this score though is to deliver some drugs to these kids. So who am I gonna? So basically, I want to figure out like, okay, who can I, who can I go and like set up a cell with, like to meet?
Oh, you already know that. That's Castlin
Castle.
Keel. Yeah,
Who?
that's the student Castlin Keel.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm going to just observe this guy and like, try to figure out what his deal is. Like, can we trust him? Is he going to double cross us? Stuff like that.
Okay.
And I want to make I think that's going to be maybe a study.
Sure.
Study. Analyze a person to detect lies or true feelings. Yep. So I want to make a study roll to do that. Also, in true 21 Jump Street fashion, I'm like really old and like trying to pass myself off as like a little kid, basically.
Like
Okay.
Steve Buscemi, what's up?
So
Joe?
before I make this roll, like, isn't there stuff we have to, or is it basically a gather information? I just
Yeah,
take
gather
some rolls?
information. Yeah, it doesn't give you any bonuses. Yeah. Hey, but you got
Nice.
6. Okay. So give me just a second to add the good success details. And one more. Okay, so basically you get his entire character sheet. So the things that you know discover about him is he's very focused on respect. So showing him respect would be very positive with him, and disrespecting him would be very negative. He's kind of a vicious man. He has a strange interest in demon lore, which you know that, or you also learn that he's made a pact with a demon, but he's quite secretive about what that pact is and what's going on with that. And you also learn that that he holds radical views for the future. He wants to overthrow Lord Strangford, and he's willing to pay for groups to pin crimes on Lord Strangford, frame him. Yeah.
Good to know.
Okay. I skateboard my way out.
All right, Steve Buscemi.
That's a good one.
So
Okay.
I would like
So
to.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to attune. See if I see any arcane wards or any magical. Sorry, any magical wards on any doors that lead into the into the school.
into the academy. Sure.
Yeah. Full
Holy-
critical success.
Holy smokes!
Suck
One
it.
moment.
Nice.
Okay, so let's start out with the bad news. Bad news is there are a lot of magical words.
A lot of what? I'm sorry?
A lot of magical wards.
Okay.
So they come in many tiers. The wards on the College of Immortal Studies are the strongest. They're tier 5. You're pretty sure you couldn't, like a ghost couldn't get through those, even if it was a extremely powerful avatar of a fallen god, right? Or at least it would have trouble. The wards on the College of Naval Command, they're tier 4, still quite powerful. And then the wards that dot the outside of the grounds, like around the fence line and outside of the buildings of the college, it seems like they're kind of a standard, but they're tier 3 wards, and those are primarily meant to prevent ghosts from entering into the college. The other ones, the tier 5 and tier 4 wards, also appear to prevent people who are unwanted from entering certain sensitive places, like the College of Immortal Studies and the College of Naval Command. You also, and I'm not going to give you like a map or anything, but you also know with your critical success where all those wards are. And like any ward that you encounter, you'll have seen it before. You'll know what tier it is, and like what it's for, and maybe how to bypass it in a way that doesn't involve triggering it.
Excellent.
And that critical success is critical. Okay.
Nice.
So that's all the gather informations. So now to the plan.
Dun dun dun. Well, obviously, what we need to do is go sneak ourselves in there and not get caught.
That sounds like a deception plan.
It does sound like deception.
Yeah.
I mean, either
Maybe-
deception or transport,
I think we're gonna need to be. I was gonna say we want to make sure that we're being really stealthy because we get extra XP for that.
Yes. So the head fighters themselves, please.
Yes.
We picked savvy as our personality trait.
Okay.
So if we engage in things in a savvy fashion, we get more XP. And that was just like a FYI.
Cool. Cool.
So are we saying stealth or social?
I mean, if you want to do the
Deception?
transport, you had said it was a transport mission, so that's like a type of way of doing it.
Yeah, so if you look at the image, there's 6 types. Assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, and transport.
Wait, where are you guys seeing that one again? I'm sorry.
At the very bottom
on-
of the
image, character sheet image, underneath your XP triggers.
Oh, got it.
So the bold is the plan, and then the italicized is the type of detail you would need to provide.
I mean, we're transporting, but we can still be like, quiet about it.
Well, I agree. I was just throwing it out there.
So it sounds like we're between, deception, social transport, one of those three. Or, oh, there's also stealth, like just straight up. I guess stealth is different than deception. Deception would be like tricking somebody to get in there.
Yeah.
Stealth would be sneaking in there.
Are we sneaking or are we deceiving somebody?
Personally, I think deception is more savvy.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm kind of just observing at this point, just trying to see how it plays out.
But also, like, social could be savvy, I think, right? Like, I think that savvy, the way I think of that is like creative problem solving, right?
Yes.
So it could probably be any of these, but yeah.
And we have a boat. We want to use our boat.
Yes, we have a boat.
I'm on a boat.
And we want to use the
I was
boat.
thinking the same thing.
Okay. So I feel like we are at an impasse. So the leader of the group should make the choice.
Who's our leader?
That's an excellent question.
I don't know who our leader is.
I mean, I think it's either Ruthie or Tabibu.
Not it.
Ah,
You got you good.
okay, what are we're down to transport or deception? Is that right?
Yes.
And we have a little bit of information about the blackmail on Kristoff.
Yep. The Blue Coat
Right.
Commander. Yep.
Okay, let's just go with deception then. And
Okay. So we're gonna do deception.
Deception.
So now I need the method, which is the detail.
we're gonna get on our boat.
Okay.
And how are we going to deceive?
And Ruthie doesn't need to decide this by herself.
I know.
You guys,
I'm just thinking.
yeah, I can help her out. Yeah.
Do we want to go? Like, do we want to just try to sneak in there like late at night, like after their patrol, or do we want to go talk to Kristoff and be like, got dirt on you, so you need to look the other way as we're delivering our goods?
I think what we should do is we should hold on to that in case we get like caught or something, and then maybe we could use that to.
I like that.
Because that way, like, it's kind of like a little ace we have up our sleeve in case we need it.
Well, we could always go with the old classic janitorial crew.
Yep.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I love it.
We're the
Everybody
janitors.
dress up like janitors, and we don't speak English, so we just go in.
Excellent.
Okay.
Nice.
No understand.
Okay. So you guys should choose the load that you want to take.
I keep it normal,
Normal.
here.
So that's a good point, though. If we go normal, then it's obvious that we're like on a mission,
Mhm.
right? Although, I mean, I guess we could say that it's our cleaning supplies or something.
Exactly.
Just
Right.
like height, you know.
As long as we're not
Yeah,
rocking
It's
like
a
heavy.
cleaning supply. It's not a bandolier full of caustic
Yeah, so
chemicals.
that's what I remember from last time is that normal load, you look like you're like decked out.
No, no.
Yeah, not completely decked out like an operator. That's heavy load. But you look like a scoundrel. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're talking about going light.
So P's, every time you do a mission, you choose a load.
Okay. Like the gear you're bringing.
No,
Yep. Well,
you pick how
Yes
many
and no.
things you're gonna.
yeah. When you are in the moment, you can just pull an item out of your pool of items on
Okay.
your character sheet, right? The load is how many items can you have on the score, right? So if you were to say pick your light load, once you had used, pulled out 3 items, then you wouldn't be able to pull out any more. You don't lose access to those items that you already pulled out, but like if say you said you had a pistol and some throwing knives and some burglary gear, that's the stuff you would have on the score once you actually used it, right? And you wouldn't be able to take more.
Let me think.
So
light.
Can't we hide them in the bottom of the trash cans? Under the bags.
you can use flashbacks to do that. Yes.
Well, I was just saying that way.
It does give you stress, Ruthie.
I know, but I was saying to have more load.
Yes.
It didn't look like it.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you wanted to get an item and you already were full, we could do a flashback, and yes, it would cause stress, but you could get those items, like you said. I hit it before or whatever. Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'm
So you-
gonna go. I'll go light then.
You're thinking light. Okay. I'll go light.
I'll go light.
Okay, so we're all light load.
Yep.
Okay, and then we need to figure out the bonuses to the engagement roll. Let me pull this up so I don't fuck it up.
I mean, hey, we get 1 dice for sheer luck.
That is correct. Oh wait, isn't there like a? Oh, damn it!
Page 128.
It's in here somewhere.
128.
Okay, here we go. Thank you, Jonathan. So, would you guys say that this operation is particularly bold or daring?
I don't know. What do you guys? I don't think so. I mean, is it daring? I don't know how compared to like.
I mean,
Well,
we're trying
so-
to get a whole new territory.
Then I'd say it's
Inside
bold
the
and
blue
daring.
coats.
Yeah, and they're much higher than us. So, I'd say yes.
Excuse me. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Okie dokie. +1 for being bold. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're the weakest?
Not really. I mean,
Well, it exposes the vulnerability of that guard or the commander.
yeah, that's true.
The plan's detail. The plan is the janitor gambit. I think that
Okay.
yeah, we
Yeah.
rejected using the blackmail. Right.
Oh, okay. Yep.
We're holding on to it for.
A rainy day.
Well, yeah, but I don't think we're going to be able to hold on to it. I mean, it's just either you use it or you don't.
Oh, you think? Oh, I don't. Well, I'm learning the game, man. I'm trying.
Well,
So I think I agree that like it's not particularly exposing any vulnerability, like attacking where they're weakest, nor do I think they're like particularly protected against your approach. So I
Right.
think this one's just a null. So you don't lose one or take one. So next one is, can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
I mean,
Well-
weren't they doing that already? Like, We're talking.
That was the gather. Gather information. You have your friends and contacts on your character sheet, right?
I mean, could Skurlock help me?
Sure. Yeah, Skurlock would be able to tell you all about White Crown. So, +1 for that, I guess. So the converse of that is, are there any enemies or rivals interfering?
I doubt a spirit trafficker is going to be interfering.
Or beggar.
It's true. Tabibu's enemy
I'm here.
is a priestess. And Brance's, what was your enemy, Brance?
Jailbird.
Yeah, the jailbird.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not interfering. Okay, so that's a bonus for that. Okay, and then the last one, any other elements that we want to consider, like the target's not lower tier. So, oh yeah, the other element is the -2 to the engagement roll from the Blue Coat patrols.
So we already have a -2 for that, right? So do we need to include that here?
Yeah.
This is where it takes effect. So,
Okay.
So the engagement roll.
We get -2, but then we get +1 for luck, +1 for the contact,
Yep.
+1 for being
So-
bold.
So you have 1 for luck. You start with 1 for luck. You get 1 for being bold, 1 for your friend Lord Skurlock, right? And then -2 for the score in White Crown, right?
So we get a total of 1.
Of 1. Yep. So who wants to be the lucky? Roll 1d6 for the engagement roll.
I'll roll 1d6.
Oh, Peace will do it. 6!
No!
Boom! Jesus, Peas.
Yeah, motherfuckers! Told you I'm lucky. Does that mean like you succeed?
Yeah. 6 is great.
That's what I thought.
Woo woo.
If you get double 6s, it's critical success.
Ooh, it's even better.
Okay, so you guys get all into your disguise. You set up your cleaning carts, which are really just full of drugs and
I don't know what you're talking about.
your equipment.
Yeah, I don't have all kinds of drugs.
I have nothing but cleaning supplies here.
So you make your way through Crowsfoot and into White Castle. White Crown.
You're thinking burgers.
So White Crown is illuminated in a way that the rest of the city is not. It's almost bright enough to be day out on the streets. All of the alleyways are clean. It's actually a really, really pretty part of the city. Almost all the houses on the side of the road, they're large townhouses, large you might even call them mansions, but packed together quite tightly, like the rest of Dustfall. Your janitor crew, with the information about the patrol timings and Hicks's kind of sixth sense about the magic wards, you're able to make it all the way into the college. People look at you, they don't ask questions. Your disguises are pretty good, and you're able to make your way into the college, and you know where Castellan lives. You make it all the way up to his door.
So can I suggest that we're all wearing fake mustaches?
as you adjust your fake mustache, you reach up, knock on the door, and Caslin opens it up. Well, all right. I didn't order any cleaning.
Well, sir, you never can be too careful with all the things that's going around out there. They want to make sure everything's spick and span.
Mm.
And I slowly like pull my mustache like just kind of to the side a little bit and like give him a wink, you know, so that he can remember what I look like. Because I'm a female. So, and then put my mustache back on, pushing it on.
He recognizes you and says, I do remember that cleaning. Please come in. It's quite dirty in here.
Yeah, it looks
quite
real dirty. Very dirty.
He leads you into his room. The students here at Dustfall are all from very wealthy families, and so his room is quite larger than your train car plus your sleeper. He offers you a seat in his sitting room, and then walks over to a nice bar with a whole bunch of crystal bottles on it, and uncorks one bottle and says, "May I offer you a drink?"
Tabibu accepts it, although I sniff it first. What is it?
This is some of the finest Eruvian vodka.
Is it Eruvian vodka?
I'm
Eruvian, so.
Yeah, as you taste it, you get flashes of home, the blowing sands of the desert, and you wonder, how do they grow so many potatoes in a desert? It's definitely Eruvian vodka. Some really good stuff, actually.
Nothing but the best for our crew.
Yeah. I say a little toast in my native tongue and keep sipping.
After he serves the drinks, he turns to Ruthie. Well, I see you've brought a cart. Is that what I think it is?
And
Special
And,
sauce.
that's right. Yeah, we got the goods that we had discussed previously.
This looks like, well, at least enough for a couple of weeks.
Do you have the money that we discussed?
Why, of course. He puts his drink down and walks into a different room, leaving you guys alone for a moment.
How do you know this guy, Ruthie?
Well, he's, with my background of people, there's definitely a lot of rich hoity-toity types I've run across in my time, so.
Well, I like your friends. Take another sip.
And while he's gone, I'm kind of like just surveying the room and kind of just looking around, trying to take everything in, and because even though we've set this up, I don't ever trust anybody 100%. So
yeah, so I'm kind of staying by the door.
Okay. So Ruthie, this room, it reminds you of your room at the university that you went to. Maybe, I don't know which one that is. But really only the quite wealthy get any kind of education at all in Dustfall. So it's opulent. It's got beautiful wood furniture. Wood furniture is like nice wood furniture is quite rare because harvesting trees means going out into the Deathlands. And
That
you know,
doesn't sound
it-
like fun. Deathlands?
yeah, the that's outside the lightning barriers that keep the ghosts out of the city.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So
Place sounds shitty.
if you want to like snoop in his stuff, I think that's a little risky, so we would do a roll for that. But just taking it in, it looks like a rich kid's room.
I don't know if I really want to risk snooping in this stuff. What do you guys think?
I mean, let's just go drop the drugs off, right?
I mean, he's supposed to be coming back to pay us our, money.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, then let's snoop around for sure.
I'll snoop for sure.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely snooping.
I go and pour myself another drink and look through all this shit.
Okay, so
And-
if it sounds like
I mean-
maybe it's a group action.
Sure.
Yeah,
want-
let's do
who-
that.
Who wants to lead?
Oh gosh,
lead.
you lead.
I mean, I'm gonna like try on his coat and like put on his fanciest hat and just like drink some vodka.
Or would I have to roll to find stuff?
So when it's a group action,
Study?
the leader picks the action, right?
Who's
Uh,
the leader?
Peas chose to be the leader.
And anyone who fails, either partial or full failure, the leader will take stress for that.
Okay, so I guess I'll roll study because we have to study things, right? We're trying to find things.
Or are we surveying around?
I mean, study would be best for me because
Okay.
I actually have a die in study.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay.
Why'd you roll twice? Oh, you rolled insight for so. Got it.
Okay, so yeah. So what? We're starting like you're using study, right?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. So we got a 2, a 4, a 5, and a 4. So that's a 5. So that's a partial success. But you're gonna take some stress for this.
What does stress mean?
Stress is a resource you can use to do stuff that kind of breaks the rules.
Oh, okay. It's like the heroic effort kind of stuff I was reading about.
It's like Darkest Dungeon.
I'm just trying to figure out. There's the levels of stress. Like, I think you take 2 for a full success and 1 for a partial, but trying to find that in the rule book real quick. Okay, so it says a group action. The single best roll is overall effort rolled. However, the character leading group actions takes 1 stress for each PC that rolled a 1 to 3. Okay, so
So only one.
yeah, so you'll take 1 stress for this, Brands. So
Yes.
so on your Fantasy Grounds character sheet, there's those 2 numbers with stress and trauma. If you double click the second number on stress and trauma, it'll take that stress off for you. So you should have 8 when it's done. Nice.
Doesn't like let me click.
It did.
Yeah, it's a little weird. You kind of got to prime it before you can get it going. So that means this roll is a partial success. So as you guys kind of rifle through his things. Let's see. And were you guys looking for anything specific in his things? That would help me out.
I want to find shit that I can use against him.
So he's
I
looking
mean,
for
I'm a blackmailer, so trying to
Gotcha.
find like, maybe he's in a weird porn or something.
Okay, yeah. Since you're leading the action, that'll work. So
Sorry, is that your girlfriend that's playing with us, Jonathan?
yes.
Sorry, I'm fucked up.
She's laughing.
No, I love it. It's great. Go for it.
Yeah, my wife just rolls her eyes too.
So what were we talking about? Weird porn? Okay.
Weird porn. That's
Go.
what we're looking
I'm trying to
for.
find weird porn to use against him.
That would be helpful, but yeah.
okay. So let's see. Hicks, as you like, how are you leading this group
I'm not-
action?
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
leading it.
Yeah. How are you? How
I'm-
are you leading? Like,
Listen, we gotta look around the bed. We gotta look underneath the covers. We gotta check if he's got any little shelves or anything, and then we gotta check the shitter. That's where everybody keeps their stuff.
okay. So as you open up, you wander off into one of the adjoining rooms, and open up one of the wardrobes. In the wardrobe, there's a whole bunch of leather suits.
Ooh, jackpot, boys
Yeah,
and lady.
and masks, and down at the very bottom of the wardrobe, you see a set of folded, looks like newsprint, printed papers. As you pick it up, Brance, and flick through it, you see all of these are demons, but they're all sexy demons.
Oh shit! This freak is in the demon set.
And as you're, kind of looking at the leather hanging in this wardrobe, you notice all of it's kind of got gaping holes in the
Oh my god! Look
In
how
the
fucked
private
up this
areas.
guy is.
Me.
I show everybody what I found.
and since this was a partial success, you're going to suffer a consequence
Uh-oh.
as you loudly proclaim what you found. Caslin walks back in the room. He's got a huge, stack of cash in his hand.
I quickly take a picture of him with the suit in my arms because I have like a little camera. I always got a little camera for blackmail photos.
So I say we just sit here and flip through it until he gets back and just say, what the fuck
the
is this?
The consequence is he is back.
He's
Oh.
back.
Hey, what is this? What is this, man? You're into some weird.
Yeah, I was trying to find the bathroom and I opened this door up and look what's here.
So you can see his face kind of turn red, and he looks quite angry. He carefully takes it, the stack of money, and sets it down on a table, crosses his arms, and looks at you guys and says, "Are you here to set me up or something? Why are you looking through my things? It's disrespectful."
Dude, what are you talking about? I told you I was looking for the can.
In my wardrobe, you were looking for the can.
How do I know what this is? Look at this thing. It looks like a door.
He's not buying your bullshit.
Yes.
Okay. Just calm down, okay? You're into some weird shit. Hey, who's not? A wink at him.
See,
Trying to disarm the situation by,
Killing him with kindness.
okay.
Well,
what action? What
just-
action you want to use for that?
an action. Okay. Sway. Fuck, I have 0 in sway. Also, I have a broken rib. Okay, this is not going to be good. So I'm gonna roll sway,
Hold on.
and
I'll help set you up.
Okay. First, let me tell you the what's it? The position and effect. So because of the the first failure, the position is worse. So we're gonna call this one desperate, and the effect of your sway will likely be limited.
okay, so no, with that information, am I allowed to like choose a different tack? Or...
Yes. That's
Okay.
I'm supposed to give it to you first because I give that to you and then we figure out the bonuses. So
Okay, so I'm much better at command. So I'm just gonna say, hey man, just chill out, okay? We're not doing anything. Okay, you have this weird stuff in there. We're just, we're your guests. You should treat us with some respect. Correct? You treat us with respect, we'll treat you with respect. Knowing that he is all about respect, right? Is that the same guy?
sure. Yeah. Okay,
so
so that's command. The bonuses on the roll, we can assist, set up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to set you up.
How are you gonna do that?
Excellent question. I'm thinking. I'll assist him. I won't set him up.
Okay, how are you gonna do that?
You and these questions here. Let's see. You said you're doing command.
yeah, so basically I'm just like, trying to just tell him to chill out. And then I'm bringing up, respect, like, just show us some respect as your guests, and we'll have a mutual respect back at you.
Let me.
So how do you help? I don't know. Maybe you just say, yeah.
Nah. I'll use like attuning to the spirit realm, which makes my eyes glow blue. Just stare at him like, yeah, you just need to chill the fuck out.
Okay. So that'll give you a +1 dice for the assist. Does anybody else want to do a setup?
I'm just trying to think about what that looks like.
So the setup will either improve the position or the effect. It's your choice. Right. I said this one is desperate and limited. So when you're thinking about like how you might set them up, if you wanted to say like try to improve the effect, you could, do something scary, or I don't know, try to intensify the command of Tabibu's voice somehow.
Okay, yeah, I definitely want to help out to increase the effectiveness. So that's when I take my hood off, and you can see my horns sticking up.
Oh shit! You got horns?
Yeah, they're little.
Oh my god!
But I'm letting them know that I mean business, and my eyes
you might just turn them on.
That's true.
What
He
happened?
might end up liking that. Oh, that's right.
He's definitely gonna like it. He's a creeper.
That's right. And my eyes are gonna, because I do have demon blood in me, so
Mhm.
the eyes turn red, and then show off my horns. Let them know we really, need them just to calm down here. So
Okay, and you're improving the effect.
yes.
Okay. So that would make this one a desperate but normal standard effect. With 1 bonus die to Bibu. So command
Okay.
with 1 bonus die. Yeah.
Okay, so can you repeat that? It's normal effect,
Normal effect, desperate roll.
desperate roll. And what does desperate mean? That's just
That's the fictional position.
Just okay, so the position. So what effect does the position have?
So the position is, like I said, it's a fictional position, so it basically feeds into the consequences of failure.
Okay.
Right. A desperate failure is real bad.
Okay.
Where a controlled failure means like you just, it's not so bad.
Okay. So also I have a broken rib, so that lessens the effect.
Correct.
All right. I rolled a 5, which is a partial success.
Did you take? What's your command?
Yeah, my command is 1, and I get a bonus die, right?
Yeah. I was just making sure you got that bonus die. Okay. So yeah, 5. So that's a partial success, which means you'll face a consequence.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm much better at just blowing shit up. I mean, I throw them out the window. I'm much better at that.
You're attempting to be a good guy. That's great.
Sort of.
So, Castellan's eyes also flash with his Tycherosi blood as he locks eyes with Ruthie for a second, and then Hicks's glowing eyes kind of set him off, off balance a little bit. And he looks at you, Tabibu, and says, "All right, but get out of my things." And he leads you guys back into the entry, the study. He picks up the stack of cash and he says, "Look, I was going to give you a tip, but obviously you're a little more criminal than I anticipated. So the consequence is he's going to reduce the amount of money that he's going to pay you. So he'll give you 2 coin for the supply you deliver."
Okay. I've never heard of anybody tipping a drug dealer, but okay. Maybe next time we'll work harder.
Obviously, you don't move in high society. Everyone tips a serviceman. Now,
I look wistfully at the window and back at the group. No? Okay.
So now he's going to, sit back and say, so how can we arrange continuous delivery? Because I can guarantee you pretty steady sales if you can get the spark here.
How often are you thinking you're going to need to be re-upped? Are we talking weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? What are you thinking?
He looks at the bag of spark you've delivered to him. Well, if you bring that much, that's probably about a week's supply.
Wow, you got a good group of guys here using and abusing.
Well, he could be just distributing it.
Why, yes, it's quite difficult to get spark here in Whitecrown. And, everyone needs the extra focus for exams.
So I just thought, what if we set up a hot dog stand outside?
No, frozen banana.
The banana stand.
Yeah, hot dogs, they're not quite as high class as these people.
Oh,
here.
yeah, you're right.
Gotta have the frozen banana.
But the frozen banana.
Yeah, there's always money
Buddy.
in the banana stand.
Casson rubs his chin and leans back and he says, "Well, that is an idea. To pull that off, though, we definitely need to get permission from the commander of the Bluecoats. Do you think you can do that?"
I think we actually can.
Yes, I think we can take care of the commander.
I think we have little information you might find useful to not have released to the public.
Sorry, just quickly taking some notes here.
It's writing down banana stand.
Frozen.
Frozen banana stand.
Just quickly, we're saying it's a banana stand. We're going to deliver,
Bananas.
Yep.
yeah, frozen bananas.
Quote unquote. We should name
Yeah,
it the
weekly.
Frozen on Bananas.
I mean,
quotes.
We should literally have frozen bananas, but if they order the special, that's when we sell them. The
yeah,
sauce.
there you go, sir. That's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the thing we need to resolve before the score is over then is how are you going to get the blue coats to look the other way?
I thought we had dirt on the guy, the commander.
Caslin has just suggested you go talk to him, but it's up
Yeah,
to
I think
how
what we
you
do
guys
is we
wanna
blackmail
approach
him.
that.
I think we blackmail him using the dirt that we know that he. We don't go in there with the drug aspects. We go in there saying that we want to provide the campus with a frozen sweet treat,
Mm-hmm.
and he needs to look the other way, and we'll give him $100 a week or something ridiculous, and all the free bananas he can eat.
You know what? I think actually that now that I think about it, let's end this score here, and then if we want to come back and do the convincing with the bananas and all that, we can just make that another score.
Okay.
So you guys, leave his apartment in your janitor uniform,
Okay.
your fake mustaches, and I'll make your way back out to Crowsfoot, and we're at downtime.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, let's try to do it fast, and maybe we can even get the banana stand score in.
Okay.
So quickly, payoff. You got your 2 coin. So you got 2 coin from what's his face, Caslin, and this was
What is coins? Is that like a lot of money? Or
Coins
is
a
that
lot of
like
money.
yeah, it's a lot of money. Yeah, it's abstracted. This was a big score. The rule book directs me to give you 8 coin. So let's do
Nice.
8. Let's just do 8 total.
Fuck.
Now, we may not have enough room for all that.
We might have to put some in the vault.
Do we have a vault?
You can what? Can you only carry like a little bit of coin or something?
Or
Each.
Yeah, but he said I think he's given us 8 total for the job.
Yeah.
right. However,
Yeah. So any coin that you don't have room to store, you need to spend during downtime, or it just disappears.
Can I pay off to get a little bit more information? Someone off to get a little more information about what the dirt is on my downtime.
Yeah, you can do something like that, but we'll get to it. Downtime's a process.
it's a very long process.
If you click on images, there's a downtime reference sheet.
Okay.
So
So there is.
to put this in perspective for you, Peas, 1 coin
Yeah.
is a full purse of silver pieces, a week's wage.
Oh, okay. That's
so
cool.
4
So
coin
how much?
is a satchel, which is a month's wage.
You're getting 8 coin from the payoff.
So 8 coin
God damn.
is a good monthly take for a small business.
That's pretty good.
So I'm just gonna
Yeah,
write.
so more.
I'm gonna just write that down.
It's on page 42.
How many coin can your characters hold? 1, 2, 3. 3 coin on your characters.
4.
4.
Yeah,
4.
I'm
No,
already
I mean,
full,
I'm-
so
I was gonna say I can see Tabibu and Ruthie are full. Hicks can take 1 and Brance can take 2, so that's 3 you can put on your characters.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, your crew sheet, I think.
Oh,
is
you can put
yeah,
a coin in your character's stash to improve their lifespan circumstances.
yeah. So you can also move coin to your stash. That's something you can do with your excess coin. But the crew sheet is already full unless you get the crew upgrade for a vault, and then you can store 4 more in the crew. But so yeah, we got 5 coin to burn in downtime or get rid of.
Well, how much is a vault to buy?
So you have to actually level up
Oh, okay.
the crew. Can we do the crew downtime to see if we're going to level up? Because if we level up,
Yeah,
we could
yeah,
then
yeah.
Just
We can,
sitting out there and
yeah, we can.
disappear till the end
We can.
of downtime.
Yeah, that's also true. But yeah, we can also do the crew downtime first, because I don't think the crew what's it stuff matters, but like when you do
Right.
it. But that's up. I mean, up to y'all. But Ruthie's right. You have 5 coins sitting, in limbo, and unless you get a vault before the end of downtime. So maybe you just want to hold on to that until you figure out what your downtime actions are going to be, because that's where
Right.
you could spend it, right? So let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's do the crew thing now, because
That's what I'm
you're going
saying.
to get rep.
yeah, because one rep puts us up to 11.
Indeed, it does.
Yeah.
Can you like explain what that stuff is? Like what you're talking about?
So if you look at the crew sheet called the Head Fighters,
Yep.
it's an image. Even though it's been erased, when you get your rep here to max,
Yeah.
you then upgrade either your hold. Right now we're strong. And then you also upgrade your tier.
Or well, you have the option to upgrade your tier.
You do
need,
have the option.
yeah, you need to pay for that.
Right.
I'll have to read
Which
through
might
that
be
big
a good
PDF a little
place
bit
to
this
use
weekend.
your extra coin.
That's what I was saying.
So yeah. So you get your standard 2 rep for default score. The target of the score was the Bukos. They're higher tier than you. They're tier 3. You're tier 0. So that's what
So we
an
get
additional
5
3 rep.
Yep.
And
New sales territory.
okay. Oh, there is this one thing though. Did you keep this operation completely quiet?
I mean, in my knowledge, we did.
I mean, I think so. We didn't really do anything, did we?
And we knew where all the wards were, so we got to sneak past all that, so we didn't have to deal with any of that.
Right. So then you get 0 rep.
Aw.
I'm pretty sure is the rep not based on the difficulty of the mission?
It says the reason I'm putting it on or saying 0 is it says if you keep the operation completely quiet so no one knows about it, you earn 0 rep.
I mean,
So
that
that's-
makes sense, because if nobody knows,
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Then how do your reputation increase? Now, of course, if you wanted to, let a little bit out, you might take some heat. But then
I mean, I did like get
your rep
blackmail
reward.
information, so I guess I could have kind of told that guy that I was gonna do what we did.
I mean, there's always people listening and watching, and
I mean, I think we literally kept it totally quiet. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just not. Okay, we don't run any rep, but
you also don't take any heat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we went to Bibu's way, then we would have all the rep we want, because we would have just blown a hole in the wall, thrown a
Now-
bunch of drugs in.
Now, the reason you might want to, or well, you know what? There is one other thing. You did earn a turf.
Right.
Yes.
So with the turf, that reduces the amount of rep you need to level up, which means your rep bar is full now, basically.
Oh, that's cool.
Great.
So, okay, so I'm just adding that sales territory to your sheet there. So yeah, that reduces the amount of total rep you need
Mm-hmm.
to 10, meaning that you have a full rep bar. So your hold can go from weak to strong, or if it's strong, if it is strong, you pay some number. I think it's 8 coin.
Oh, look at that, guys. We got 8 coin.
If your hold is strong, you can pay the max. Pay to increase your crew tier by 1. This costs coin equal to your new tier times 8.
Yeah. So it would be tier 1. But yeah. So
And
8
does
coin
that-
if you want to increase the tier of the gang.
And if we increase the tier, do we get to choose it? Like, are we able to add the vault? Like, or how do we go about adding those additional items at the bottom, like for the layer and quality and training and all that?
Crew upgrades.
So tier has a like effect on pretty much like a lot of roles. So just 1 minute. It allows you to have a larger, what's it, like your gangs, like your cohorts. They become larger. So at tier 0, your cohorts are 1 to 2 people, and at tier 1, your cohorts are 3 to 6.
So Ruthie, when you
Yeah.
fill your crew advancement tracker, clear the marks and take a new special ability, or mark 2 crew upgrade boxes, which is go over here or here. So if we're
Well, I say
upgrading,
we go ahead and pay the 8 and go up to the tier 1. That's my
Oh
vote.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It sounds like we need to.
Okay, so you've got 5 just kind of sitting on the side. Who wants to give up
we don't
the
need to.
the 3 coin?
The crew itself has 4 coin,
4, yeah. So we can give all.
so we can have 4 plus 4 and have 1 left in the crew.
Oh yeah, 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 plus 5, and then crew has 1, and
Yeah.
everyone's full.
Yep. Great. Okay.
I've updated the coin in the crew.
All right. So we're crew tier 1.
Mm-hmm. So, are we going to choose a new special ability, or do we want crew upgrades?
Yeah, you get 2 crew upgrades or a special ability.
Well, what are crew upgrades? I mean, like I'll just go along with whatever you guys want to do.
Hold on there a sec, Jonathan. Isn't it the crew XP that gives you the new stuff?
Let's see. Well, I don't see our crew XP here, and I know we were
I do.
close.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't either. I guess I missed it somewhere. So
Because
Let's
we've
But we
figure
paid.
get
that.
Go ahead.
for each item below. Have we been tracking it?
Yes.
yeah, we tracked it. We'd have to go grab that Twitch stream and see if you can find it there.
You know, I think we were. How much XP did we earn this time? Or how much XP did we
We
earn
hadn't
this time?
discussed it yet.
Yeah, we haven't calculated, but we can
However
calculate
much that
yeah.
was, I think we were like right at that amount to level up. So that's just going by
That's what
feeling.
he remembers.
If I had to go with my gut, that's what I would say.
Yeah, we leveled up.
So Garrett, we had 3 bubbles left.
Okay, there we go. Thank you.
All right, let's find 3 bubbles.
So
Well, we got a new territory, so that's 1 bubble.
we contended with challenges above our station, and we bolstered our crew's reputation by being savvy.
And we execute covert sales, so that's 2. Because you can get. We did new territory and we did the sale.
Why aren't you working, Crew XP? Oh,
Because there's no maximum.
yeah, I did it backwards. There we go.
So we're at 10. Boom.
Yep. Or wait, you should be at 8.
We were at 7. We acquired a new sales territory. We executed a covert sales.
Okay. So yeah, you secured a new territory.
And we did a covert
So
sales
that's 1.
mission.
Covert.
Sure. So that's two for that first one.
We
Next
contended a challenge that
did
was
you
above our station.
Right,
Because we're
the-
tier
Okay.
0 versus tier 3.
Okay, so that's 1 more. Did you bolster your reputation?
Of being savvy.
I'd say no,
Okay.
because you didn't get any rep for this. Yeah.
True.
And then, did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature
I think
of
we
the
were
head
savvy,
fighters?
and that's our essential nature. Nature. We were pretty savvy there, even though
It's
we
true.
went through the guys, unmentionables, and we still were just like, whatevs.
Right.
I'll buy it. I mean, the janitor gambit and the banana stand, that's definitely pretty savvy.
Banana stands make lots of money. We just got to keep saying that every time.
Yep.
So I think that's got what 1, 2, 3, 4 XP
Yeah, but we
on
can
top
only go
of
to 10.
your. Okay, so you get maxes out
Mhm.
and starts over.
So
So to go from tier 1 up to tier 2, we're going to need
16 coin.
16 coin. So my vote is that we're going to need a vault to be able to hold all of this coin for us to be able to get there. So I'm
Alright.
just throwing that out there.
So that'd be 1 upgrade.
So we're going with the vault.
Well, I'm just saying,
What do you
if we go with the vault, that's 1 upgrade. I'm not knocking it.
Yeah, so it's the choice is a special ability or 2 crew upgrades.
Right.
Some interesting things you can choose as the hawkers themselves. You could also a crew upgrade is getting a cohort as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you get a cohort, that can either be a single expert in something, or it can be a gang of like dudes to,
Like
beat
little
people up
minion
or whatever
bitches.
you want to do. Yeah. Other interesting things you can get as hawkers, you can get hawkers rigging. So that gives you basically 1 additional item on your load, and it's concealed, so it doesn't have any effect on on what it looks like. Right. Another neat crew upgrade is you could get the Iron Hook contacts, which will give you a +1 tier if you're in prison, which improves your your incarceration rolls, which can give you additional crew upgrades, like you can earn rep in prison and things like that.
Gotcha.
And then of course there is the 3 box of composed, which gives everybody a additional stress in their stress track. So instead of having 9, you'd have 10 for everybody.
So we could also improve training again. I'm just throwing that out there as well.
Yeah, you could improve training again, and you would pick a different track that you'd get that XP bonus in training one of those. Personal, I think, is your playbook, XP track.
Yes.
I'm not sure what mastery is.
Well, my vote is a vault and a cohort, but what do you guys think?
Mastery. Your crew has access to master level training. You may advance your PC action ratings to 4.
Oh, that
That
is
sounds
nice.
good.
Yeah, but it takes 4 upgrades on it. So
Yeah, because
Just-
right now, if you level up one of your one of your tracks, like one of your action tracks, it can only go up to 3. Right? If you took that mastery in the crew, then it could go up to 4. I think Jonathan's probably right. Like you could probably wait on that,
Yeah.
like on your next crew level, right? Because you guys aren't really. I mean, I think who's the only one that's got 3 already.
Yeah, I
What do you
vote vault.
so 1 vault and what else?
Just
Or
seems
double
like
vault.
Well, I mean, we're probably gonna start making a lot of money if we're doing drugs to this place on average. You know.
What did you say,
Right.
Ruthie?
I'm saying we're probably gonna get a lot of money, so
Oh.
we might need double drop, double
So
whatchamacallit.
double vault.
Yeah. No, that sounds good. I'm down for that too.
I mean, some other really interesting things, like the special abilities are pretty good there, right?
Yeah, but we either get the special ability or we get the upgrade.
Yeah.
So,
I
so
think
the
we need to
the
do vault
goods,
just to get up there to the
yeah.
next tier and then go special ability next time.
But then there's also like, what's it? High society reduces heat during down. Gives you a free, heat reduction.
Right. I mean, there's
Yeah,
also Silver Tongue.
Mhm.
yeah.
But if you're almost at 3, then it doesn't help you that much. All right. So we're saying double vault.
Yeah, that sounds fine. I mean, I'm just here today for the game tonight, so I don't want to like make everybody make a decision, you know. But I mean, it seems like we're gonna be making a lot of money with drugs, so at least we could store a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
good to me.
All right. So vaulty. You guys can now store up to how much?
16.
16. Yeah.
That's gonna help us moving up tiers. So
I'll let you fix that. But
No, it's fixed already. There's vault in the crew fantasy grounds crew sheet. There's vault 1 and vault 2 in there.
oh, I added it as a group upgrade. But okay.
Sure, that's fine. I'll just delete it,
Okay.
and then we'll reset the crew XP to 0. Okay.
didn't we have? I thought we got
Yeah, there was like 3
2
left
more.
over.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Does it roll over?
Does what roll over?
The
The
amount of
crew
XP you get. Yeah.
We go asking things that I don't know of. Let's see.
It doesn't say. I'm gonna say it rolls over.
Okay.
So that's 3 more then.
Great.
Okay. So that's the crew.
That is the crew. So now we do entanglements. You did not take any heat. Your wanted level is 0. So I'll make a disadvantage roll. That was a 3. So there's going to be some gang trouble.
I guess you can't expect on taking some new turf without a little bit of head troubles.
It's probably our Essel's red sessions.
In fact, it is. As you guys are kind of tallying the coins and conversing on the score, you hear a banging on the outside of your train car, and then it sounds like someone takes a sword and drags it across the door. You hear someone yell, "Hey, headfighters, come out!"
Come out in what?
Don't make me have to sick the ghost on you.
What do you want with us?
So, what the rule says is one of your gangs or other cohorts causes trouble due to their flaws. So, I think I maybe misinterpreted this one. You would either, so number one, you don't have a cohort, so I'm not even sure if this applies. Let's do the usual suspects instead of gang trouble, since you don't have a gang. So this one is the Bluecoats grab someone in the periphery of your crew. One player needs to volunteer a friend or vice purveyor as the person most likely to be taken.
Ooh, my drug dealer friend got arrested, got taken.
Okay, so I need you to make a fortune roll to find out if they resist the questioning. So you're going to roll. Fortune is your crew tier. So you roll, since you guys leveled up, you would roll 1d6.
Or we can pay them?
Yeah, or so you, we'll figure out what this is first. So yeah, your drug dealer totally doesn't resist the question.
Can I use my my special ability thing? Like influence?
This is fortune, so it's just your tier roll.
Oh, okay. All right. I get it.
Yeah, it's not an action roll. So what's it? So he's not going to be able to resist the questioning. So you're either going to take.
My friend couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, you're either going to take 2 heat, or you can pay off the Bluecoats with 1 coin.
Oh, pay him off. Do we have a bunch of coins still?
Yeah, I'd say we just flip him a coin.
Because I mean, he seems like it's going to be a. Is that really bad?
1 heat is not really bad.
Well, it's 2 heat, right?
Yeah, but 2 heat's not that bad either.
Yeah.
How much heat do we have?
It's about total? 1 heat worse than 1 heat.
We have
you have 9 total before you take a wanted level.
We have 0 heat.
I think we can afford the heat.
Okay.
Yeah, we totally avoided heat, so it's all good.
By the way, there's a script error.
Oh. Here we go. That should work.
Okay. Just making sure. Script error for wanted as well.
No, it's fixed.
Okay.
All right. So, so we've done the entanglements.
We do heat.
Yeah, now we calculate heat. So, was the target high profile or well connected? Answer is yes. Did the situation happen on hostile turf? Yeah. I mean, Bluecoats and White Crown is definitely hostile turf. You're currently not at war, and there was no killing. Perfect. So that'd be standard 2 heat on the heat score thing.
Why would you take heat if we did it silently or whatever?
Well, it's standard 2, and then you don't take any bonus heat because it was smooth and quiet.
Okay, so you always get heat no matter what?
Yeah, like I said, somebody's always watching.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand the game.
Yeah. Also, I mean, you just set up a new, sales territory and all that stuff. So yeah, you're taking heat, but yeah, you always take at least some heat. But then in certain downtime activities you can use to reduce your heat. So, which is where we're at now. So that was a total of 4 heat for the entanglements and downtime. So now everybody gets 2 downtime activities.
Can I try again to find out more information about the leader, so that like we can get our permit? Maybe actually find like something to use again, like an actual piece of something, or
So I think so. I think that would be an acquire asset action.
A service.
Yeah. But so that would be like kind of temporary use of like a person or something, right?
I want to sway somebody to give me the dirt, give me the information, give me the paperwork that shows that he did something, undue.
Okay. So you're looking for, and again, just taking quick notes. What cat? Okay. So we're gonna acquire paperwork on the Blue Coat Commander.
Hopefully.
Okay. So to acquire the asset, roll a cruise tier. The result indicates the quality of the asset you get. So 1 to 3 is your base tier. So 1 minus 1. 4 or 5 is equal to your crew tier, and 6 is your crew tier plus 1. A crit would be plus 2. The tier is just 1 dice, so you can't get a crit right now. But you can spend coin to improve the result of this roll by adding 2 coin per additional tier level. So roll me 1d6 for your acquire asset roll.
Good luck, peas.
So you're basically determining the quality of the blackmail that you are receiving. Peas, you here?
Yeah, I'm right here. Sorry.
It's on you. Roll a 6.
Roll a d6 for me.
Oh, I failed.
No,
just one.
Just a
1d6.
Oh, okay. I can't use. I think you said I could use whatever skill I wanted.
No.
I did not. I explained to you that it was the tier for like 5 minutes. In any case, it's 5. So the asset quality is going to be quality tier 1. So you get some paperwork. It's not, like a sure thing, but you think it might scare him.
Do we get any more detail about what it is?
Well, when I make it up for next session,
okay.
yes.
Sorry.
No, we must know now.
But it's tier 1 quality info or paperwork, right? So it's definitely something. It might be useful. Not as useful as tier 5 quality, but got its thing. So Peach, you got one more downtime action before you're done.
I don't really like have another idea for something. I guess.
There's
I want to get like plans
So,
from.
but before you, uh, there's you can start a long-term project, which means like doing something complicated, maybe building something, or something that might take a little while. You can recover, meaning that you can heal if you have any harm. You can reduce heat.
I
On
want
the
to
crew.
reduce heat.
Okay, but so there's also the option to train,
Ooh,
which
train.
which gives you an additional XP. Or you can indulge your vice, which reduces your stress.
How do I what level stress do I have? So I'm down 1 stress. Is that a big deal?
no.
No.
Not really.
Then I think I guess I train because I need to level get more experience to be better.
Okay. Because your crew has the resolve training. If you train in resolve, you get 2 XP. If you
Sure.
train in anything else, you get 1.
Let's do it. Let's resolve. So how do I train? I just click it.
Yeah, on your Fantasy Grounds character sheet, you would pick resolve and add 2 to your resolve XP track.
So you
Where
just
do
click
I?
it twice.
Where does it say that?
XP tracks bottom right.
Where is? Oh, okay, on the bottom. 2, you said.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the crew has that. What's it? That crew upgrade.
Okay, I resolved it.
Nice. Actually, did it not work? It should report it if you did. You just type it in there. Okay. Yeah. No, I got it. All right. So Brance is done. Let's go to Ruthie.
Oh wait, we didn't do any
Right.
of his XP.
Oh yeah, we gotta do his XP.
Oh, well, XP is supposed to come after the downtime activities.
that's right,
I think
right,
that's
right.
because you might like if we're acquiring an asset or something, you might go into some kind of action rolls. But
No, you're right.
Okay.
I think yeah. So it's a process. Ruthie.
Okay, I wanna recover because I got my scratch on my ribs, and I have a healing clock from last time. I couldn't remember.
So last time Sunny acquired a healer, right?
Okay,
And that made it so that you guys had a healer during downtime.
gotcha.
Did you have any ticks on your healing clock last time? Because I'm not sure I recorded those.
I don't remember. I don't know. I know I reduced heat.
You
And
reduced
no,
heat.
I didn't because I reduced heat and I indulged my vice to get some stress down. That's what I did. So I did not recover at all. So I want
Okay.
to go ahead and start that.
I'm just gonna put a note on your character sheet
Okay.
to keep track of that healing clock. We can do that for everybody.
Okay.
So let's see. So yeah, your healing clock is full at 4.
Okay.
So if you're gonna
Is there a roll for it or is it just automatically?
yeah, there's a roll. So I just need to see what it is if you don't have a healer.
I thought we got a healer.
Acquire asset is temporary.
Uh,
If you wanted to acquire another healer, you could do that, and actually you'd get a bonus to the acquire asset roll.
but
Because
again,
you,
it's temporary.
yeah, but it's temporary and it's a downtime action to get one. The healer can heal everybody, so only one player needs to get the healer.
Carrie Ann Cathway just tested positive for coronavirus.
I mean, Trump also tested positive.
Okay, so if you're gonna try to heal,
Yeah, I just want to try to heal.
yeah, it's actually going to cost you 1 stress, and you're going to roll the healing at disadvantage.
Okay. So,
So it would be 2d6, yeah,
okay.
and 1 stress.
And so then it's a 3, and my stress went from 5, and it's clicking down, so it goes down to 4, right? Is that
Yeah, the healing clock for a failure is 1 segment, so it would go to 3.
no? I meant my stress. Sorry, my stress
Uh,
is it 5? Oh, there it went. Okay,
Hold up.
sorry, I clicked
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. You gotta get aggressive with the clicks.
Trust me, she's click happy.
I am click happy. All right.
And then the healing clock would go to 3 of 4. Okay.
Okay. And then the so that means that I have
So hold on. You could spend 1 coin to improve the result from a what's it, failure to a success to get 2 segments instead of just 1.
okay, then yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you'd be down to 2 of 2.
Yep.
Okay, so that was your one of your downtime actions. What you have one more.
And the other one is I want to go indulge my vice to reduce my stress. And go get some good food and, wine and dine for a little bit. So,
All right. So give me your weakest what's it, resistance roll.
okay, so that's resolve with a 1.
Oh no.
So that means I go from 4 back up to 5. So I got 1, right?
So let's see.
No, it's actually the reverse.
Or it hurts me.
The lower you roll, the better.
It says clear stress equal to your highest die roll, but in this case, it was a 1. So I'm clearing 1 stress. So I go from my 4 back up to 5.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then I'm done.
Okay. Tibu, you're next.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to recover.
Okay. Without a healer. That's a 1 stress and a disadvantage roll. If somebody in the crew has the physic or special ability, or if you use acquire asset to get a healer, you can get a better roll on that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's 1 stress, and you can spend a coin if you like to increase the effect of that roll. That would be a failure, so you could make that a partial success.
And so will that reduce my level 1 harm?
So the way you reduce the harm is, let me add the healing clock to you. Did you?
Oh, so there's a clock. Okay.
Yeah. Did you have any? What's it, healing from last time? I cannot recall.
I have no idea. I can't see the clocks. I don't know where they're at. So.
Well, yeah. So I just typed it. I didn't have any. So I just typed it into your. Oh no, that's not your sheet. Let me type it into your sheet instead of the crew sheet.
I see. Clocks. No, there. Clocks.
So I'm just gonna slap that into your crew, or sorry, your character sheet in Fantasy Grounds under the Look Heritage background section. So your healing clock starts. What's it? 4/4, and when it reduces to 0/4, then you reduce all your harm. If you have like multiple harms, they all get reduced by 1 level.
So if I spend a coin right now, what does that do to my clock?
Instead of filling 1 segment, you would fill 2.
Okay, so I'll spend 1 coin.
Aren't you a leech, Spibu?
I think he is.
So yeah,
I'm here.
but I don't have anything to really
Oh,
help with that. So.
Physiker is an ability.
Yeah, you could become a doctor which means you could heal everybody in the crew instead of having to acquire one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So
Okay. So we got the recover. You got one more?
can I try to recover again?
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oof. That's 2.
Okay, so that gives me one.
One segment on the clock.
Okay.
Or
Not
or
too
you
bad.
could again spend coin to increase it to 2.
I'm good. Good with that.
Okay. Right on. So Hicks, you're next.
I'm going to train.
And in
And-
resolve. Okay.
And train?
Okay. But you can't pick resolve again.
I didn't.
Okay. Right on. So that is the downtime action. Now we go to the XP. So we'll again start with Brance. So Brance, on your character image there, you have your XP triggers. Did you roll any desperate actions tonight?
Me? Am I Brance? That's
Yes,
my name.
Yes.
you're Brance.
Yes.
I don't know. What was the?
Don't
What
think
did
you
you?
rolled any desperates.
You didn't.
I think that, yeah. If you had, you would have got an XP. Actually, you should mark XP for desperate actions when you do it, so we don't forget.
Okay.
Looking
And
at you
then,
too.
Yeah. So then, secondly, did you address any challenges with deception or influence?
No, I just like. I mean, I went and I influenced to get the information about the guy, but not during the caper. It was like beforehand.
Okay.
We kind of
Did you?
just like I made everybody look around the room.
Yeah. So that's where we go to. Did you express any of your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? Right. I definitely think you were expressing your background as a blackmailer. For
I
sure.
am trying.
So at least 1 XP for that.
Nice.
It's up to you how, like, it's your call whether you did it more than once.
I feel like I did it just once at the thing. That was really it.
Okay, so that's 1 XP. And then finally, did you struggle with any issues from your vice or traumas?
No.
Okay, so you get 1 XP, and you can put that anywhere in your playbook, insight, prowess, or resolve.
Where do I? So just okay.
And then let's move on to Ruthie.
All right. And
So any desperate actions? I don't think so.
no.
Did you address a challenge with stealth or evasion?
I mean, felt like we were pretty stealthy coming in with our because we knew all the information about the magical
Yeah,
wards and we got to
but
avoid them.
yeah, but this is in the score.
Hmm. No, I guess not, because we just had our disguises, but we weren't being like stealthy. It was more deception.
Yeah. And then did you express any of your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yeah, because I took off my hood and was
Oh yeah.
showing off
Yeah,
my
yeah.
horns.
Okay, so 1 for that. And I think that's the only time. And then, and unless you have any other thoughts on that, because you can get up to 2 if you did it more than once.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And then finally, did you struggle with any issues from your vice or trauma?
No.
Okay, so 1 XP anywhere you like.
And question, if I put 1 XP in resolve, do I still get the 2, or is that only if I'm training?
I think it's only if you're training.
Okay. then I will put it in insight. There.
All right.
All right.
Very insightful.
That's right.
Let's
I'm
move
very
on.
punny.
Let's move on to Bibu.
He's
Uh,
All right.
he's
Yeah,
always
so-
desperate.
so definitely desperate action. So there's one for that. Did you address a challenge with technical skill or mayhem?
Nope. Unfortunately, I did not blow up anything this time. Although I didn't get a tech roll for my fake mustaches. I designed.
It's true. Rolls though, like there has to be some risk involved. I wasn't sure what risk the mustaches would put you guys in.
Yep.
So
Well, we don't want to easily be detected on who we are, you know.
so did you express your beliefs drives heritage or background?
I did talk about the fine vodkas of my homeland. So
Sure, 1 XP there. And did you struggle with any issues from your vice or trauma?
nope.
Okay, so that's 3 total, I think.
No, that's 2.
2, right. Okay, moving on. Hicks, you're up.
Yeah, I think I only got one.
Okay, yeah, no desperate
Nope.
challenges with arcane knowledge or power. Nope.
Well, yeah.
Expressing your beliefs drives heritage or background.
I mean, I did do an arcane or, address the challenge with.
Oh, right, with your glowy eyes. Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I only got 1 XP,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, sure. And no struggling with the vice. Okay. So I think we're done with downtime. And unfortunately, it's 11 o'clock, so I'm pretty sure we don't want to do another score.
Dude, I kind of want to go do our banana stand.
Yeah, I'm done for the night.
Oh man. All right, next Friday I'm on.
Good.
I
Cool.
like it. It's pretty fun.
Cool, man. I'm glad you had fun.
Me too.
Yep.
I have fun. I just
Had fun too.
just not just like winding down now. It's not as crazy. So.
Good, man. Good.
All right, good night, guys.
Yeah.
Night,
Night,
Charles.
everybody.
Night.
Thanks for coming.
Right.
Yeah, good game, Garrett.
Game.
I'm gonna read the rule book to understand a little better.
Yeah, it's